Hello guys, hope you're all excited to watch this video. And today's topic is adjectives. The topic is adjectives guys, and let me tell you how important and how significant this topic in our English language. So today we will learn what is adjective, okay, and what are the forms of adjectives and how are we going to use the adjectives to enhance our English language. Is that clear guys? So let's get started guys. Let's see the meaning of adjectives. Adjectives describe the quality or quantity of nouns. So guys, here adjectives are interconnected with the nouns. So please bear this in mind guys. If you know nouns, then you will be surely able to understand the interconnectivity of adjectives. If you don't know nouns guys, still it is okay. You can just follow my videos for deeper and profound understanding on nouns and its types guys. Okay. Now let's quickly see the examples for adjectives. Okay. Now first thing what we need to know is adjective words can be positive and can also be negative guys. If I say beautiful, if I say the word beautiful, which is positive adjective, if I say ugly, that is negative adjective guys. Okay, so we can describe any noun, a place, a person, any noun, as positive or negative guys. Okay, in the same way, maybe you could say this class is interesting. Okay, this class is interesting. So this could be positive, or this movie is interesting or fascinating, something like this. The negative word can be boring. Is that clear guys? In the same way, you could say tall. Okay, this man is tall. Okay, you are talking about the height of the person. In the same way, the negative aspect of height of the person could be, short, something like this. Okay, so you keep describing in a positive way or in a negative way guys. So whatever adjective words you know, positive and negative, please add on to your notebook as many as possible. Even you can shoot in the comment section guys. Hope you're clear. So guys, as you could see here on the board, 3 forms of adjectives. So first we tried to understand the meaning of adjectives and we looked at some examples. So the first form of adjective can be positive as well as negative. Okay. Now let's look at second form of adjectives guys. So remember, these forms of adjectives can also be called as degree of comparison guys. Is that clear ma? Now let's quickly see the second form. So first form we have already discussed guys. Now let's see second form of adjectives. So the first point what you have to bear in mind is when we try to compare between two nouns, okay, when we compare two nouns, then we use second form of adjectives guys. So please bear this in mind. The comparison is between two nouns. It could be between two people, two houses, two places, two countries, two jobs, okay, two companies, two students, okay, two children, okay, two interviews, okay, or two employers, okay, two friends. Could be any noun ma, but it should be always between two. Is that clear guys? Now let us see what other things that we have to bear in mind while using second form of adjectives. So we must use suffixes. We must use what guys? Suffixes. It could be R, ER, IER at the end of first form of Adjectives, guys. I'm using here texting language ma form of adjectives, guys. First form of adjectives. Okay. Now let's see. Okay, another rule ma. Since we are connecting two nouns, bear in mind you must use conjunction called than. And finally, the last point, guys. There will be some situations where we may not be able to use suffixes. In that scenario or in that case, we should use the word more before first form of adjectives. Hope you're clear, guys. Now we are going to see some examples using first form and second form of adjectives. So guys, here you could see some examples of first and second form of adjectives. Here you notice the suffixes ma. If I say the word tall, okay, no, there is no comparison. I could say my brother is tall. Okay, so I'm talking about the height of my brother ma. So I'm describing about my brother's height. So tall, there is no comparison. But if I say, okay, my brother is taller than my husband. So in that case here, we are using the suffix which is er. Is that clear, guys? So next, pretty. If I say my daughter is pretty, okay, so there is no comparison, okay. How beautiful she is, how cute she is, I'm describing here without any comparison. But if I say my younger daughter is prettier than my youngest daughter, then here I'm comparing between two daughters. Is that clear, guys? And if you notice here, we are using the suffix which is IER. Is that clear, ma? In the same way, if I say wide, okay, maybe the road is, maybe road 1, okay, or Sarojini Devi road is wide. So I'm not comparing, okay, any other roads. But if I compare two roads, Patel road or SD road, something like this, if I'm comparing two roads, then I might say it is wider than, broader than, something like this, guys. In the same way, okay, here we look at cheap, okay. So cheap, okay, the rate is cheap, the price is cheap, something like this, okay, or this item is cheap, okay. But if I compare one item with another item, then we might say it is cheaper than, okay, this product is cheaper than the other product, something like this. So if you notice here, we are using suffix ma, which is er. Now we have seen some examples with suffixes, and I also told you without suffixes we use another word which is more. I hope you remember, guys. So if I say something is expensive, okay, maybe the watch is expensive, so I'm not comparing. But if I start comparing, then I might say, okay, more expensive. So the first form of adjective remains same, guys, but this word more is used to show that comparison between two nouns, guys. So please bear this in mind, ma. And another example here is beautiful. Then we say more beautiful. So we could say Hyderabad is more beautiful than some XYZ city. Is that clear, guys? And here I'll tell you what is the most common mistake people do. So let's get started, guys. So guys, now let's see, okay, the last form of adjective, which is third form of adjectives, ma. So far we have seen first form of adjectives, second form of adjectives, and now third form of adjectives is also called as superlative degree, guys. It is also called as superlative degree of comparison, okay. Now let's see what do we do in the third form of adjectives. We try to compare, okay, one noun. We try to compare one noun with many of its kind. Okay, so maybe if we compare one student, okay, with the rest of the class, that is when we use third form of adjectives, guys. Okay, in the same way, we compare one family member with the rest of the family members, or maybe one city with many of the cities, or one country with many of the countries, or with one shopping experience with some of the shopping experiences, or with one application with rest of the applications, something like this, guys. Okay, so make sure that, okay, it is a comparison, okay, of one noun with many of its kind. Okay, now here also we use suffixes, guys, such as st, est and iest at the end of first form of adjectives. I used here texting language, ma. first form of adjectives. So always bear this in mind. Now we also use, okay, the article, okay. We must use this article, the, guys, okay. And lastly, when we cannot use suffixes, then that is when we use the word most. Is that clear, guys? Now shall we look at some examples? So guys, I hope you could see some of the examples on the screen here, okay, using first form, second form and third form of adjectives, guys. And in my next video, I will try to give advanced English words, okay, using the three forms of comparison, guys. So I hope you have, okay, gained some relevant and imperative information through this video, and please do like, share and subscribe my channel. Thank you.